Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is JC from the 14 Rings NFC East podcast. We are doing NFL draft profiles, which are going to be exclusively on our YouTube page. Like, comment, and subscribe. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with the next draft prospect, where I'm going to be talking about Dillion Thieneman. One thing that I like about Thieneman, he's also the safety coming out of the University of Oregon. And one thing that I like about him is that his speed was very fast at the NFL Combine. Thieneman ran a 4.35 at the 40-yard dash. He had a top-notch at 41-inch vertical jump. This guy's performance was done very well at the Combine, and he really showed what he can do under display. His 10-yard split, he had 1.52 seconds, as well as a broad jump of 10 feet, 8 inches. And I'll throw in his bench press. He had 18 reps of 225. That's not bad at all for a safety. And with him being 6 foot and 205, that's very good. This guy, he was the fourth fastest among safeties at the combine. And a lot of the secondary and corners, they ran very well in this combine. It was very good to see. But we want to see what other stuff he can do besides just speed. And one thing I like about this safety is that whoever gets this dude, they're getting the top-notch elite player. He's day one caliber safety. This player is very versatile. And one thing that I like about Thieneman is that he plays a lot closer to the line of scrimmage, and he can utilize his speed. He can come on blitz. He can drop back in coverage if he needs to. He loves playing in the box, and that's one of those like very versatile safeties because you can move him anywhere on the field. And when you keep him moving, amazing plays start to happen. He's an explosive lower body with his ability to jump as well as short lateral quickness. That's one thing that the safety can definitely do, as well as just executing, just being able to make a play. He has ball hawk skill ability. He has a high football IQ. He has high instincts. He can diagnose plays quickly and acts to the extension as a defensive coordinator on the field, adjusting to whatever the secondary is doing, notify his guys. He's basically the quarterback of the defense on the back end. And those are my favorite type of safeties because it shows that, okay, you got quarterback on the offensive side of the ball trying to diagnose, but then you have a safety on the back end being able to diagnose what the offense is doing, where it's kind of a chess match on, okay, we see what you're going to do, but if you know what they're going to do ahead before they even hike the ball, that shows great IQ and tenacity with just being able to notify what is going on. That's just, ball, and you're very intelligent for a football player, as well as just kind of teasing some futuristic coaching abilities when Thieneman's time is said and done with playing football. I can see this guy being a DB's coach as well as probably even a defensive coordinator many moons later. But Thieneman, he's definitely one of those guys that is a day one starter. One thing that I can see that he could work on, you can see it as a weakness. Tight end matchups. He kind of gets bodied, he gets physical. He get out physical over larger tight ends. That's just his disadvantage. I mean, he's 6 foot and he's 205. And sometimes man coverage, where he's great in zone. He has the hips to change directions, but it also limits the effectiveness of man coverage if someone like an elite receiver can outrun him. So he'll definitely need to improve on that and work on that in the next level. But overall, he's a box safety, and there's a lot of comps that go with that, where with his speed and short area quickness, also playing in the box, playing as a nickel, playing as a robber, and basically a robber and nickel, tomato, tomato. But you can move him around. He's a free safety. His player comps to me is Kyle Hamilton and Xavier McKinney. Those safeties kind of do the same thing. They have speed as well, and they can be physical when they need to be physical. But Thieneman's definitely a guy that I can see going in the later part of the draft, somewhere around maybe 15, maybe 20, maybe 25. The one thing that I like about this player is that when you get around 15 and then someone later, I could actually see him going to the Minnesota Vikings at 18. I could see him going 17 to Detroit. Honestly, if Miami wants to take him at 11, they could. They don't have a safety. Pretty much two of their safeties that kind of left. So they traded Minka Fitzpatrick to the Jets. So they're definitely looking for a safety. And then the year before that, they had Javon Holland. He signed with the Giants. So the Dolphins, they don't really have one of those like safeties that can make immediate impact. So Thieneman can definitely go there. But I also know that my team at 20, the Dallas Cowboys, I know they're trying to get the back end of their safety room fully complete. They added Jalen Thompson. They added PJ Locke. Locke is on a 1-year deal. Thompson's on a 3-year deal. And Malik Hooker pretty much restructured his contract. He's on a 1-year deal where Malik Hooker, this may be his last season. I can see Thieneman being the plug and play right then and there. So after Malik Hooker's gone, you got another safety in here who has the IQ and can play alongside Thompson. And if you want to re-sign PJ Locke, Dallas could do that as well. But I could see Thieneman going either to Miami, going to Detroit, Minnesota, or my Dallas Cowboys. Thieneman, he's a dynamic player. He has elite ball skills. He's an elite guy. He can be a great teacher. And no doubt in my mind, when you plug him into the defense, he's going to feel right at home. And with that being said, if you like this episode and any of the NFC East content, subscribe to our YouTube channel, 14 Rings NFC East Podcast. You can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, as well as iHeartRadio. Also, you can check us out on our socials at Twitter X, TikTok, Facebook, as well as Instagram. Until next time, everyone have a blessed day. Have a great weekend. JT out. Peace.